All right, so it's been forever since we posted anything, but we have good reason. Life's gotten in the way on a whole lot of things, and we finally ran into a situation. Yeah, we cracked the head. Not a good thing. We thought it was just a head gasket at first, so we pulled the head off, ordered a head gasket set. Everything was going along swimmingly until we go drop the head off, and the guy at the machine shop takes about 30 seconds, looks at it, and says, yeah, your head's cracked. So, as you know, we're here in the States. This truck was never sold here in the United States. Usually not much of a problem. We get a lot of our parts from overseas, Japan, and from Australia, and everybody's been really, really cool. Finding a new cylinder head was not something we ever planned on. But, believe it or not, we found one. A brand new cylinder head for a Nissan Pt1 in Las Vegas, of all places. So, I'm assuming it sat on somebody's shelf at a machine shop for probably the better part of a decade, I'm sure, because we got this thing for all of $200. Not too bad. Brand new cylinder head, $200. Obviously, we took it down to the machine shop here, had them check everything out, do a valve job on it since it was a bare casting, and get everything set back up. And we are in the process of putting it back on. So, quick note that we learned a lot of new things as we go along. Apparently, the industrial forklifts, like, you know, the ones that you see at gigantic junkyards or possibly at the airport, shipping depots, things like that, the industrial Nissan forklifts use a TB42. And that's how we got the cylinder head, because it was actually at a shop that supplies parts for engines for heavy machinery, i.e. forklifts. So that's where the head came from. So anyways, RJ, he broke it, so he gets to clean it. Really, I don't know if he broke it. It's a 30-year-old cylinder head, and we've beaten the crap out of this truck. So anyhow, we have it all pulled apart. Getting the head surface cleaned up, ready to pop on. It's not a very difficult procedure. Probably take a better part of tonight and maybe tomorrow at a leisurely pace to put it all together. Now, I will let you know that this is actually a relatively short-term fix, believe it or not. We had already planned on upgrading the power potential of this thing in the near future. Underneath that tarp is a Nissan VH45 V8. Came out of the Infiniti Q45, as a lot of you know. There is a kit that, for the most part, bolts that engine into this truck. So that is going to be a big power upgrade. This thing, as great an engine as it is, on a good day puts out 170 horses. That puts out 300. Brand new, this put out 270 foot-pounds of torque. Pretty good, really. This puts out over 300 stock. We're here in San Diego, and we have the luxury of knowing the guys at Jim Wolf, who are big-time Nissan tuners, as a lot of you know. So we should be able to actually get our computer for the VH tweaked a slight bit without risking any kind of reliability, and get this thing safely to 320, 330 horses with a improvement in the torque curve. But that's going to be later, and we'll fully document it. But right now, we're just trying to get this back up and running, because desert season starts in 10 days. No rush, and you know, we're just going to get this thing up and running and then drive it out to the middle of nowhere. That sounds like a great plan. What could possibly go wrong? But anyhow, that's what's going on right now, guys. As I said, we will start posting more and more things of the trips and the runs. We have been just both of us working the day jobs and letting life get in the way. Oh yeah, and got a new toy as well. This is my 1991 GTR. She's very pretty. So we may start doing some videos on the upgrades that we do to this. As it is right now, she's relatively stock, aside from the fact that she has Tomei Pond cams, HKS FCON computer, Nismo Le Mans turbos, and currently only running 7 pounds of boost. So we're gonna crank the boost up slowly and throw some race casts in it and see how far we can get it. I'm assuming we can probably get it right around 500 at the wheels with the current setup once we go to 20 pounds, but we'll see how it all works out. But it's a lot of fun. But back to the work at hand. So anyhow, we should have it all back together here shortly. I'll probably take a few more quick videos after we get the head itself bolted on and so on, and then we'll get it fired up, and as I said, hopefully have it out in the desert by a week from this weekend.